Hello. Good afternoon, sweet boos. My name is Chris Fair. Welcome to my YouTube channel where today it's Monday and I will be talking about 90 Day Fiance. We are happily ever after, or are we? Ha ha ha. We're still figuring it out. This is season 7. This is the Tell All part 2. No limits, honey. It's been not one limit. Not limits on anyone's time or anyone's patience, honey. They can do whatever they want. I mean, there's like, yeah, and you can walk off, come back on, come on when they want. I mean, it's just, yeah, really no boundaries, no limits to our suspension of disbelief because I'll get into what I'm going to get into, which is this fucking tell all. Okay, so I'm so happy you're here and I'm so excited to really talk about this with people in real life and have a chat with people. So I honestly wanted, oh, Mickey's here. Yay, baby. I'm looking down. Yay. I really want to talk about this. So, hi, guys. I want to take a moment just to populate the room because I can't wait to hear people's opinions. So, how is everyone? Is everyone good? I have no makeup on. I was just watching another YouTuber and she, looked gorgeous. Was had a professional background. And, obviously full makeup on, And I was like, oh, that's probably why she has so many subscribers. I won't put anything on except a serum. Remember the days in which I used to do full face? I mean, some videos I guess I do, but how was your beginning of the 2023 new year for you? I'm feeling better. I feel like I'm on one, if you will. And by that I mean for me that means I'm wearing my Apple Watch and recording workouts and being diligent about moving. And I've sort of gotten myself back into movement that I enjoy, which has been cycling because I like sort of dancing, and it feels like dancing on a bike, which is kind of what it is. And it's easier on your knees and things than running and jogging. So I don't know. I really like cycling. Now it's pure cardio. But obviously the little arms and stuff. So I've been doing grit cycle. My friend from my grade school friend, one of my longest friends, does Orange Theory. Now I don't like Orange Theory, but I just go to go because I hang out with her there. And then I'm just trying to take some yoga to offset the cycling, which is very you need to so, and also my anxiety, which we know. So having said that, getting people in the room, share and subscribe for this tell all. And for, obviously the entire season, Juan and I have been doing our podcast, Docu Sweeties. So Juan and I already discussed this episode. The podcast is already out. So literally you can just have Juan and I talk about it in your ear. It's already here. Have you heard it? Has anyone, okay, this is what I want to know. Of people who are here, tell me honestly, because I love you guys and I want to create content for the rest of my life that is in different ways speaks to people as well as express myself. So as it is, for people here, did you already listen to Juan and I's podcast of this episode? Have you not listened to that? Do you like to come here first? Have you not watched the episode yet? So yeah, because Docu Sweeties, wherever you listen to podcasts, the ep of Tell All Part 2 was uploaded yesterday. And the Patreon we do is our live stream you're watching this of us recording that episode. And we have pictures and stuff sometimes. I don't know if we did last time. I think we did. And that was uploaded, immediately when we were done, which was Sunday, yesterday at 2. Because we watch it, of course, on 2 p.m., of course, Pacific Standard Time. We watch it in the app. And Juan, of course, lives 2 hours different. So let's see. Oh, okay. Listen to Docu Sweeties all night. Why isn't the Tell All 2 on tonight? Why isn't the Tell All Part 2 on tonight? Why isn't Tell All 2? I mean, for on 90 Day or on Docu Sweeties? Docu Sweeties already up. That's it. Yay! I did. Yay! I listened. Yay! I listened to the podcast before you came online. Yay! I love the podcast and totally recommend joining Patreon. I love you, Renee. Thank you so much. So, but having said that, it's always very fun because when I do the podcast, obviously, I can't live interact with you guys because I'm recording a podcast, and how annoying that would be if you had to hear someone live interact with common people. I mean, people listen to this though replay. So, I mean, whatever everyone is. That's why I'm like I love to do different things, what everyone is into, God bless. But I only want to know, like, what's it like for someone who listens to the podcast and is also listening to me talk about it? I mean, like, yeah, is it like, do you feel like it's redundant? Do you feel like, no, we talk about different things? Is it weird to you that we can talk about something for so long? Like, that's how I would say it. That's what, like, my questions to you. And I feel like my Wi-Fi isn't doing me favors right now, which is annoying to me. I just took my cell phone off. Lord. So, it sucks not interacting. Yeah. No, I get that. I get that. I totally get that. It's just like, but as I said, could you imagine Lynn J, like Juan and I having to do a podcast, and then just like normal people who listen to podcasts like don't want to listen to people like talk to comment people. I mean, right? They want cohesive thought, uninterrupted, which we are barely giving them. Okay, so I like both. This version is live. That's true. Hulu didn't have the Tell All 2 on their schedule. I'll have to catch it. Hulu. Babe, I don't even know you could do we watch it? Do you watch it on Hulu? Oh, I wonder. I wonder if you're watching. Here's the thing. Discovery Plus should be the streaming that gets it first. So if you're watching on Hulu, I wonder if they're going to like hold off an episode, like to make people discover Discovery Plus. You know what I'm saying? I love you. So, chicken lips. Thank you. I prefer incohesive stream of thought. I mean, have I ever given you cohesive stream of thought? I'm so sorry. Like, for Love After Lockup, you can watch it on YouTube. But every time I've ever watched Love After Lockup on YouTube, they do this thing where they cut it in such a way to get around censors, and they like go in and out. It's like they zoom in and zoom out in such the craziest way that like it's unwatchable. So I have to watch Love After Lockup like recorded on my DVR, and then so I only get to watch Love After Lockup at 9 p.m. on Friday. I guess Love After Lockup is on All Black, which is, I had just learned of All Black, which is the streaming service for, I guess, either WeTV or WeTV style things, or the channel for whatever owns WeTV, like Discovery Plus owns TLC or whatever, I don't know. Which is interesting because, yeah, it's like another Matt Sharp production. So God bless. He really has his hands in different networks. So we are going to get into this season 7, episode 19, Tell All, No Limits, part 2. Now, as we know, they have made, the producers, such a beautiful and calculated decision to make it a 4-part documentary style docuseries. Tell All, where we see them film what we now definitely know is a fake Tell All play. They're like a play. It's like a play within a play, because they are themselves. They got to do this thing. We're gonna watch them do this thing, but we're like watching them not do the thing. It's so funny, the evolution of these tell-alls, just because, yeah, like we really went from straight tell-alls to then like some backstage footage to then just like a lot of green room footage, to then just now being like, oh, we absolutely are going to put him in the same hotel and make him go on dates and Uber carpool rides together. Anyway, when I do macrame, that's when I listen to the podcast, because I can just listen and carry on. Usually find decent recorded versions of LOL and LLL. Never, but Poppy Baby, yeah, yep, the one I saw last night. through cut to some nature scene a couple of times, I guess, in lieu of zooming in and zooming. What? That's crazy. So when it cuts to a nature scene, do you still hear Angela's voice like over like gorgeous nature? Is that what that's that's maddening. I don't know. I think I'd have like a seizure. I can't do it. I watch on TLC. Yeah. You know, oh hi. Yay, got a baby. Missed you too, babe. So let's pick up. Rose has been brought in. Now, I would have loved, and I think the better choice would have been if Rose could have found a new boo that was American and we could have followed that journey. Which would have been interesting because I think that Rose, like, like maybe started dating someone who maybe is transgendered or gay, and or I'm not quite sure where she lies now. Like, oh great. Because like as we are watching this, like they're all meteros, you know what I'm saying? Not really metero. I mean, like, well, I don't know. I don't know what metero means, but like, heteros. So it's just, and obviously Ed's a nightmare. And obviously Ed shouldn't be on the show because Ed's dating Liz and she's American. Okay. So like all of that's true. And no one wants him on the show. Okay. So if we had followed Rose, but here's the thing, she obviously would have had to like start to date someone that wasn't from the Philippines. But I feel like it would have been inherently more interesting. She's dating an older man. It's in our YouTube. Is he American? I don't know. What I'm trying to say is like I don't want to watch Rose. I mean, sorry. I mean, I'm so sorry. What I want to say is I don't want to watch Ed. I want to watch Rose. Like I'm like, even in this moment as she's put up there, we ask no questions that make me happy to know like what actually is happening to her. Now, of course, I could dive into her YouTube, which maybe I will. Maybe I will. But I haven't yet. But maybe I will. But instead, this entire episode is going to focus on two couples. Because it's 4 parts. So they have time. The rest of this episode is going to encapsulate the first full day of filming. The little stuff that happened before, the first part of the filming, we are picking up from the filming, and we're going to have a little bit of the rest of the night. And then the second 2 parts will be the next day. Okay. He's white and British. He's 50s from Australia. Oh, 2 different things. But wouldn't that be, I mean, it'd be like 90 Day, the UK or like Australia way, whatever. My God, a crossover. Could you imagine? Obviously the producers still have her number. Why can't we just ask her more about her? I don't give a shit about him anyway. So I don't give a shit about him. I don't give a shit about Liz. And besides them, the entire other episode is really going to be about Michael and Angela. Okay. Having said that, I did this last time, but I'm going to play you guys something because it encapsulates what I feel like is my conspiracy. Shit.
Hey everyone, I'm Moi.
And I'm Chris, and welcome to DocuSweeties.
We're 2 longtime friends who discuss the riveting and sometimes trashy world of reality TV and docuseries.
Yes, but through our own lens, honey, which is a little peppery, a little bitter, a little salty, and I mean sometimes a lot. But at the end of the day, hopefully mildly sweet. Hello, we are so fucking pumped. I mean, we'll just give you an F-bomb right away because we're telling you that's how we don't do it a lot, but that's why it's intense that we're giving you one because it is what, honey? It is 90 Day Fiance. It's Happily Ever After. This is the Tell All Part 2, No Limits. And in French, it's No Limits.
And in the early 2000s, a No Limit Soldier with Snoop Dogg and other people.
I forgot.
But it's like what happened is that
what happened was
the West Coast like drama and beef had gotten too much for him. You know what I'm saying? Like it was Death Row Records was too much for Snoop, and he was like, "I'm gonna go on ahead and
Definitely
just
did
like
the
meet
wrong
up with
thing, I
some fools
realized.
from the South," and thus the No Limit Soldiers were created, and they are just so much better than the No Limits Part Two. So we start off with Rose.
Docu sweeties, we are so fucking pumped. I mean, we'll just give you an F bomb right away because it is what, honey? It is 90 Day Fiance. It's Happily Ever After. This is the Tell All Part 2, No Limit.
I just didn't like what happened with Michael. Because we've got Angela over here crying, Michael is the villain of all villains.
I think 100% this is the producers trying to orchestrate empathy and sympathy for Angela because she gets so much hate online, and they do for continually showcasing her. And people were pissed that they had to keep watching it.
Wow, Chris.
What?
I mean, what a great, astute viewpoint. I love that take. I love that take because that's the only thing that could possibly explain what I watched today, what we all witnessed.
First of all, thank you for having my back, Wah, because yeah, like I will dive into why I think this is true, and you know what I think is happening, because I think that it's crazy that he was like literally burned at the stake. So I'm so sorry for playing the wrong video at first. I realized it was the original and I had cut it to a certain place. My loves, God bless. And please go to Wah's page and tell her, honey. Because it can't be me. It cannot be me. Can't be me. You know how there's a lovely person here, gotta be me? This one can't be me. Okay, so, but yeah, so Rose, you know, like for no reason is talking to Ed because I mean, they're like, it's incredibly baffling for any woman to talk to him more than like what is a cordial greeting as you don't know someone. And if you are one of the poor models that have to work with him, yes, maybe you have to talk to him more. And as you do this shoot, my heart is with you and I will pray for your soul. Okay. And yes, if you are this man's daughter or mother, you have to talk to him. But my God, if you have been infringed on by him, and Rose has, and Liz has, there is not a point in my, and his ex-wife, right, that he cheated on after she gave him a normal looking baby. And he cheated on her that she had married him. It's crazy to me that like he has any audacity at all. His audacity is bananas, which is why I can be mean to him because he doesn't get it. Or that's what you're like. He is but fucking nanas, and he should be on his knees praying and happy any night that any woman on God's green earth, and I mean any woman, would bat one eye at him. So anyways, Rose being here and what he did to Rose about like saying her breath smelled and she should brush her her breath smelled and you brush her teeth, and she has to shave her legs and like all that stuff, right? When he's him was obviously horrible. And she got out of it, right? And she like left and we were all like, thank God, right? So in this moment, when he's being like, you know, accused of having reached out to her, it's horrifying when we read the texts because the texts that Liz reads or the screenshots are basically like him being like, hey, Rose, would love to like come and visit you. Like, is that cool or whatever? And she's like, yes, it'd be totally great. And you'd be welcome here. Now that wasn't, I don't want to, no. Okay. Why? No, you're not. Actually, no, you're not. Your dad doesn't want him here. I don't want him there. Your son doesn't want him there. Absolutely not. My cousin's calling me. I wasn't even supposed to hang in here. I can only for a while because my dad on the East Coast, unfortunately, very unfortunately, I starting and having very serious things to attend to. I'm so sorry, my love. But I thought that docu-series was just podcast. I thought podcast was meant audio. So are you now going to be in a YouTube or are you going to be live on video too? I get it. So yes. Basically, just so we all know, yes, the podcast exists and it's free, but it's annoying because we have to pay to do it. So in order, because we make no money, like there's no ads, right? Like we're not making any money. You know how there's like ads when you like watch this YouTube? That's like me making money, but like there's no ads on DocuSweeties yet, and dear God. We have to put the visual on Patreon, which requires people, if you want to see it, to go to patreon.com/DocuSweeties and pay $10 a month. Which, like, I mean, that's what it is. I'm sorry. But we're really trying to give content over there to like help that if you are open to that or if you can. God bless. If that's not for you, I obviously am doing this for YouTube. I'm so happy about it. God bless the docu-series. The Docu-Sweeties podcast is free. It's just, yeah, if you want a visual thing, if you're into visual things, it totally exists. It's just on the Patreon. Anyway, so Liz has to realize that he was like about to cheat on her, welcoming her, trying to like feel it out to cheat, like to put his like feelies out, like he's a little fucking squid, like he's putting those like tentacles out, like I don't know, like octopus, whatever, and just like wanted them to the Philippines, and that Rose was open to it, which is no, I don't, you don't want to, no, nothing you want to hear, nothing you want to see, nothing you want to hear. I don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Um, how many subscribers do you need to have on Patreon before you can receive AdSense? Oh, it's two different things. It's just I don't know. It's actually two different things. It's like we have to have a certain amount of plays on something to get ads through Anchor, which is its own thing. And I don't know. I have no idea. We've already hit the threshold. I'm waiting for. I have no idea. Like maybe I have to pursue the ads anyway. God bless. And the second thing is Patreon. The Patreon is not really related to ad revenue. It's just the fact that since we have none, we have to like generate money so we can edit and shit like that. Sucks. Okay. So now in this moment, he obviously has lied to Sean Robinson. He has been asked, like, did you talk to Rose? Did you talk to Rose? And he had said, like, no, not a no, 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 and now it's in front of everyone's face that, like, the answer was yes, yes, and that he's gross, gross, and he does this thing where Liz, like, sits down and she's like, what do you have to say for yourself? And he looks at her and says, no speako inglés. Me no speako, me no hablo inglés, or something, you know. And all of our fake faces melted off. And I hate him. And you hate him, and I hate him. And I hate him, and you hate him. Hasta luego. He is a very specific gross person, and I don't necessarily think that he's trying to stop himself from being gross. I think that he has leaned into it, right? So it's like he will probably pat himself on the back for the like no hablo inglés moment. Kind of like how Lisa Rinna really, I think, was like, well, gotta have a villain's gonna be me, gotta be me. You know what I'm saying? I just like, it's just it's a certain choice to play to make yourself look bad in front of the world. It's like, and I guess in his mind, it's like I'm playing a character. But of course it's not. It's people think it's you. It's you or whatever. And it's so interesting because I love playing characters. And the thought of being on TV, okay, let's just say that I was like, you guys, I just got an audition. Oh my God, I get to be, no, wait, this is so funny. This is like a little like guest star audition for like, NBC's an NBC comedy show. And I get to my sides have come, and the sides are, oh my God, I get to be like really like horrible and bitchy to someone. They're gonna like, I'm gonna like do something wrong, and then they're gonna like come at me, and I'm gonna like, like be flippant or whatever, and I'm gonna have like a line like, me no speak English. Now, here's the thing. It's so campy and over the top, and it would have to be like a multicam. I mean, maybe like Kids Network kind of show. Maybe I am like just some horrible, mean, weird woman. It's a character though that I would love to play. Oh my god, I would be so happy if I got to be like horribly vapid and just like incredibly egomaniacal and sensitive on TV as a character. I would relish it. How fun. He must be. I wonder if like you just lean into that and then you just are like, look, it's not me. And if people think it's me, then they're whatever, dumb or whatever. But it's like, people think it's you because it's you're saying it's you. It's like you put your life out there. It's your mom we met, it's these kids and stuff like that. So, a lot of these reality shows will be like, people don't understand it's a reality show. And it's like, well, you don't understand that you're not an actor. So we're not on set. I've seen your family. Whatever I mean, I don't know. You had a conversation with your grandma on how to act and what the script was for this scene. I don't know what to tell you. That's weird. That's crazy. And this is someone coming from someone, because it's like, yeah, you can easily, if there's people that do scenes. I don't know. Obviously, as I put up, producers make the world go round when it comes to creating dramatic moments on television and editing them in such a way for us to binge watch, right? And they do manipulation style things as well. So it's not, black and white. But if you make the choice to be on reality television, you have to also understand that you're presenting yourself to the world with your name and your face. You're not wearing a mustache that you can take it off. You're not wearing like, a wig, unless you are, and people have. But you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Okay. So Liz is very upset, and everyone's very like, sad for Liz and just like communicative towards her. Ed asks for the ring back in some sort of like angry display that people feel bad for Liz. Ed's vibe is everyone's turning on me and she's the victim, and that's not true. She's performative. I'm the victim. Why don't people think I'm a victim? And I wonder if he thinks that just purely because he's so like small and meek and looks. Like, does he just think that he should be considered the victim because like, haram, look at him? Regardless of his behavior or what he says? It's so interesting. Why would he think that he's the victim? What did she do? You lied and got called out. This is when Rose isn't her girlfriend. This isn't a text from her to Rose being like, hey Rose, fuck that Ed. Can I come like sleep in that Hello Kitty blanket with you? Like, but that's what happens. And she gives him back the ring right away. Now, she gives him back the ring right away. And what do you think that I would have done? I did talk about this in the docu-sweetie, so I was pissed, obviously. I was like, don't you fucking give back that ring. What are you talking about giving that ring? If a man asks for me to give back a ring after he's done something to me? And also, what? Are you fucking insane? On TV? Absolutely not. If I was her, I would have marinated in the moment to be like, oh no, I think I'll keep it. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, but I'm not giving it to you. It was a gift. He gave her a ring. And then he fucked it up. What? No, that's not. I will be taking myself away from you. You don't take anything else away from me. God bless. Okay, gotta be me. Thank you for the super chat. Yes, yes. Thank you for reading all my comments. I just adore you. Thank you. Gotta be me. That really, really is sweet. Just want to do this little something for the new year. Oh my God, that's so nice. Thank you. Honey, gotta be me, gotta be lovely, gotta be classy, gotta be sweet. Thank you so much. I'm very grateful for that. Thank you. I feel like that's my first super chat in the new year. Thank you. That really means a lot. Um So basically, when he asks for the ring back and she gives him the ring back and she should have never done that, whatever, God bless. Kimberly is like, yo, a dick, yo. Kimberly, like, Kimberly's vibe has been all over the place. She was scared at first thinking of Angela, and then she was happy to meet Jenny, and then she was like, and then she's kind of like, she's like, because they haven't come to her yet, that she and has had to watch it all, like, I think that it's that thing where she's starting to get her legs. I think it'd be worse to, like, okay, here's your thing. Here's my question to you. If were in a couple and you knew that you were doing a tell all, would you want your segment to be one of the first or one of the last? Or in the middle? And you have to take into account that you are nervous and maybe you're not like like me, ha ha ha, TV ready or TV prepared all the time or TV comfortable, like that, where would you want to be in a lineup of do you want, and I feel like because this is what Kimberly gets, she gets the benefit of sort of sitting back, feeling the vibe, see how things are going, and it's making her, I feel like, less nervous than the Kimberly that like arrived and was like, I know what's gonna happen to Usman and Angela. Because the Angela fear, and I mean there was a palpable Angela fear for the contestants, for the cast members at the beginning of the tell all part 1, right? Jenny and Kimberly had their little girl date and they were like, Angela, like that was really scary for them. Vanessa. Ah! Vanessa. California law mandates you give the engagement ring back if you break up. If even it what if you lost it? I don't know. And it wasn't insured or anything. Thank you for giving me $5 to tell me something I should know. Like to answer my question. I love you though. Vanessa, when are we gonna hang? Liz should switch the ring. Yeah. I mean it's like, but then you're saying, is the ring expensive? Like how expensive is the ring? Because my first thought is, could I pawn it and then like give him back like 500 and be like, thanks for giving me a fucking cheap ring? I don't know. Because it's like, I would rather pawn it and then just give him back whatever cash the pawn people gave him than give him back the ring. Is that weird? Because unless it was a very expensive ring, then if it's a very expensive ring, then I want to lose it. Lose it to somewhere. It's lost. You lose it. I was fishing and things happen when you fish. Wow, everyone says it's 13K. Yeah, you know what? Fast forward his segments. I really hate him. So basically, at the end of this segment, Sean Robinson like thanks everyone. There's a translator there, thanks the translator. And then they kind of like give them a break. The break is for like, I guess, for them to eat or some like sort of lunch. Jenny and and immediately, like, we know that it's not really a break because they're still having to film, but they just get to film and eat, I don't know, out of cartons. So Jenny and Ed are having a conversation, and Ed's like, yeah, probably wasn't appropriate. And like Jenny's like, no, not at all. I mean, really fast, like, but she continues talking to him for some horrible reason. Ed really wanted to have Bilal on his side. And so that's why, the hostile Wago happened and the I'm your biggest fan happened. I'm their biggest fan happened. And there also will be, to me, this like common ground that both men have in the coming hours in this tell all, in the reaction to having been pointedly or having, okay, both men get called out by Sean Robinson and the cast for dirty deeds, right? Or bad behavior. So Bilal got called out, remember, in the first tell all for being controlling and being manipulative and not being able and whatever, and being a good salesman, right? And then he got mad at Shy in what we just watched, being like, well, you should have had my back. I would have liked you to have my back. I don't want you to just like throw shit on me. So if we're talking about what ends up happening between Ed and Liz after, and I don't mind, I mean, I'm gonna be able to talk about them, and I can go to Angela and Michaels, I don't care. So after the tell all, and they all go back fucking to some sort of like rooftop bar, and Liz talks to Ed, and Ed really really lets it be known that he thinks that she's performative, and that she should have somehow been on his side or defend him. I don't know how you defend what he did, or how you would do that, or what he's asking of her. Meanwhile, she's the one that is the victim. It's crazy. But it's the same thing Bilal does, where like it's some sort of technique of like, even though I did something to you and I'm getting called out on it, you should still have my back, and go against him and be like, it's not that bad, or I don't care, or he's great, or stop making fun of him. They both do that. Isn't that dumb? Like, it's interesting they don't have the wherewithal, that the only appropriate action is to take a breath, admit defeat, admit no one's perfect, no one has to be perfect, and they made a mistake, and just say, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're right. I'm sorry. I can see how I hurt you, and I wish I didn't. Could you imagine if either one of those people said that? Could It's really hard, I guess, right? It's really, I mean, like, yeah, it's crazy. Ed, what is it? I wonder what Ed's like defense of it is. Ed's defense, I guess, is that they were not together at the time. But if you are so like a little monkey, honey, from vine to vine, that your insecurity, or that you need to be with someone as such, or that you care about someone so much that you, in just these quick moments of not being together, jump into the vagina of someone else, is just, it's just, okay. Huh. You know, I love you, but then here comes this, then you'd be liable for the lost value. What if it was stolen? And someone, him, wasn't smart enough to get insurance? What if it was stolen? I mean, if I was to tell you honestly, like honestly, if I was in a situation where some asshole man, because I'm heterosexual and that's the only reason why, but an asshole man had gotten me a ring, and but I didn't know he was an asshole yet, and I said yes. Ha ha ha. Was so happy planning my wedding. If he cheated on me or was about to cheat on me, making plans to cheat on me, couldn't wait to cheat on me, I had text messages of him like talking to people cheating on me. I would, I'm not saying need this money, but could I just cough and just have it like fly off my hand into like a homeless person's hand? Didn't know it happened. That's lost. What if it got stolen, but also went to help someone that wasn't me? Definitely wasn't him. I don't know. These actors need them 90-day checks, except Jovi. Jovi's a bad actor. No, Jovi's. Oh my god! Look at the boobies. No, I get it. Okay, Jovi. The Jovi. I mean, Andre does a lot. Yeah, Jovi is doing what he can, but he's just like he's just so by you. Andre for not having his Siga there. Like, I think that he, does a lot, is showcasing a lot, is like being called to do a lot, and I think that's like, great for him. God, I feel like I just got a little crampy poo in my foot. Oh God, that's the only bad thing about cycling. I think and Liz's problem is alcohol, period. I think that's a lot of people's problem. Yeah. The biggest parts of understanding Liz and Ed, if you want to try and understand them, is like, why would Liz be with Ed, right? Why would Liz be with Ed? Why would that happen? And Yara asks it, right? Yara's like, I have it here. Okay. Okay, so this is what happened. After this, she sits down in the green room, like I said, before they go to the hotel. So I know I went back and forth, but in the green room, Andre goes like, "Are you going to keep doing this?" And Jen says, "That's what I don't know." Now, that means yes. And we all know that. That means absolute. Yeah, yeah, the answer is yes. Okay. That's what you don't know? I don't know. I feel like it might, I'm an extreme person. So like I feel like if I the mid the like minute after I found out that someone was cheating on me, I would call off everything. I'd be out the door. Like I couldn't be. I'd be like, I don't know. Like maybe I would calm down and maybe something would I would have, but like my initial reaction would be cut off. Like I'm that kind of person. Like if I cut you out, you are done. You are done in my life. Like I block people and it's like you fucking never lived. It's like you never lived because if I find you to take my life force from me, I choose myself. Always. So okay. Kimberly then puts on her full RuPaul Drag Race and she's like, if you can't love yourself, how are you going to love someone else? Now, I don't know if she means Liz or I don't know if she means Ed by that. I don't know if either one of them love themselves. I don't love either one of them. Yara then asks to Liz, what makes you to be attracted to him? And that's the question that Sean Robinson should have been asking. But we don't get the kind of necessary questions. Ugh. Okay, because we have a professional journalist as a presenter. You know why I paused? They come at every given time. I don't know the times for some reason, but my neighbor's gardeners just came. Do you hear that? It is leaf blower. I'm in a leaf blower. I'm in one leaf blow. It's like it is. Do you hear it? Wait, I don't know. I know what to tell you. So if it gets loud, you guys tell me. I'm just. Whew. Anyway, so we cut back to Angela now because the entire time Angela hasn't been there. This is the to be continued of the Ed Rose segment, which happened after Angela came on stage and then had promptly left in Tell All Part 1. So there's no limits to what Angela can do. And so the producers are like, yeah, like, as long as you stay in New York, Angela, and come back to the studio at some point, do whatever. So she's just amongst her entourage. This lady is named Jen. She looks like Big Ange. And that's what she looks like, and that's what you know in your mind. And that's what I said it. So Angela's smoking as she does, and her friend gives her water. It almost feels like in the shot almost feels like a wrestler who's just come out of their quarter. No, their round. Yes. And like their coach is there and is like, okay. And the guy and the wrestler is like, but instead of that, it's like this, and her best friend's like this. And then Angela's like, I hate water. Even the spit was kind of like a wrestler, like maybe like getting things done. But then the friend's like, no, you need hydration. And she's like, huh. Now, water is interesting. I've had an interesting relationship with water in my lifetime. I used to also not like the taste of water. Then I become somewhat bougie, and now I can taste the difference between like some waters, and I definitely can only have some waters. Like I can't have a Dasani at all, and I can't have tap, or I really hate purified water. But if it's purified water, I'll add an electrolyte mix to it. I like Ultima, which has no sugar, and also Liquid IV, which tastes like salty Crystal Light. But if you need like a little pick me up, or you're feeling dehydrated, or you feel like you want like a little, I don't know, I love the electrolyte packets, especially in the morning. Like if you wake up like dry mouthed and kind of like, like eyes dry and everything, like I do that, like it just is a nice immediate recharge to like try and down, if you can, 16 ounces of cold water or whatever water mixed with the electrolyte packet. However, said that, like, because I would rather do that. Like, that to me is better than all these fucking hot water with lemon bitches. I don't mean it. Listen, if you like hot water with lemon first thing in the morning, God bless you. God bless you. That's great. There's just nothing about like hot tart water that I want in the morning. I want coffee that I make lovingly sweet and milky, warm, and I want cool, like cool juice, which is kind of like what, a cold electrolyte water mix is, like juice. It makes more sense to me. So, this has been a surprising scene. So then Kim Bali and Angela talk. And we have been like a little bit like, holy shit, because it was meant to be this crazy, and it was when they first saw each other, battle between Usman and Angela. And Angela very much was like, and I hope Kimberly doesn't get in my way and just sits there and then not between her and me, whatever it is, right? And Kimberly was like, and I hope Angela doesn't fucking bubbly bloops. So when they have this scene together, that the producer said, "Evan, thank you so much," we're like, holy shit. But Angela, I don't know if she just wants to pick her battles, or she's getting tired, or she really is dehydrated, or she decides that the battle is going to be Michael, or the producers came to her. and said, you know what, Angela? Instead of having you be crazy, toxic, and abusive and scream at another black man, Usman, and instead of us continually getting hate mail and continually getting tweets of why we choose to put you on season after the abuse that you have demonstrated and that we have profited on, it sure would be nice to continue the cha-ching with you, Angela. And in order to do that, we have to entice the audience to sympathize and give you some empathy and not feel so bad for Michael. And if we can even balance this between your relationship, maybe, just maybe, whenever he gets the visa that we don't know about, and maybe we do know about because they keep hinting at it could be any moment, that he can come over to America. And of course, then we can have a spin-off show that a production schedule may or may not have already been printed and agreed upon by me, Mr. Matt Sharp. Why don't we sort of ease the narrative of you screaming at of you screaming at Kimberly and you screaming at Usman, and kind of lean into you being chill with Kimberly coming on and being the victim of all victims as we put Michael's toes to the fire over some dumb, if not even true, Instagram message. That would somewhat also validate your crazy desire of him not to have social media, even though you do. And so therefore it's like an unreal / not just request. Okay, I cannot wait to read what you guys are about to say to this. That is what I think. And I laid it out. I think the producers want Angela to not be so lambasted by audience people and not be so like toxic to watch, because I think that they want to make money off of her. But I think that they get a lot of comments of like, why do we still have to see her? Can't believe what she's doing to Michael. This is enough of this, enough of this. We can't another season of her. Like, I just keep thinking that to get around that, you know, you'd have to make Michael look bad. Now, here's the thing. Do I think that Michael this entire time hasn't had his like peenie rubbed a little bit or whatever it was in Nigeria? No, of course he I don't care. Yes, maybe. She's a nightmare. And she like whatever. Look at her. I mean, come on. Yes, it's been years. She's so mean to him. I mean, come on. She is okay. Now you can say, why is Michael taking money from her? And I'm not gonna say that he's not a scammer. I'm not gonna say that she's not. I mean, I think that he wants to come to America. I think that just as much as he wants to come to America, that he wants to be on TV. I think that just as much as he wants to be on TV, that he will allow whatever narrative to be put on there in order to like get goals wanted. You know, the same way I think Ed would. Okay, I want to read some of your comments. Okay, Angela was on something. Angela's very tired. That seems to be. Okay, no, I totally agree with you. Nobody gets to cheat on me and still have a relationship with me. And that's why I cannot understand the stupid sister wives business. Those women are nuts. Well, that's a whole other thing. I don't want to talk about it. Okay. Sorry, I keep hearing people. All right, Annalie KB. Michael is not innocent here. Angela is a victim of Nigerian soccer black magic spell cast on her over here in her entire family for years now. Michael is not innocent. A Nigerian soccer black magic spell? A Nigerian soccer black magic spell? What? Okay, my mom is 10 years older than Angela and looks 40, not 75 at heart. Oh, yeah. They're talking to Kwasi. Nigerian. Oh, Sakawa, not soccer. Oh, okay. Okay, a Nigerian Sakawa black magic spell. Okay, I'm gonna tell you exactly. Okay, well, just because I don't know exactly what that means, and so I am going to have to find out what that means in real time. Nigerian Sakawa. Sakawa. Black magic spell. Sakawa rumors, occult internet fraud, and okay, what? Voodoo death. The Sakawa boys, Ghana's enterprising young cyber criminals. The playboy who got away with 242 using black magic. Why isn't there just like, okay, black magic? Inside the criminal world of Ghana's email scam rings, how internet scams are connected to witchcraft. BBC is back to talk about Sakawa boys, international crime. Okay, well, this is fascinating. What is the meaning of Sakawa? Putting inside. Sakawa is a Ghanaian term for legal practices which combine modern internet-based fraud with African traditionalist rituals. The term or word Sakawa is a Hausa word which means putting inside, how to make money. Ooh, get okay. Do. Okay. Hi, I'm happy. I'm happy you're here. Okay. I think Charlie called too. Oh, I think Megan called. She's so mean to him because he's okay. I want to read it. She is so mean to him because he's got her captive. She is like a caged animal, raging and ranting for her life. Angela acts like that because she is captured by Michael, but she doesn't understand it. I had a Nigerian roommate, and I swear that crazy chick put some sort of spell or curse on me. Oh my god, you guys, I'm gonna like how you make me I can't leave my house. I'm gonna have to like go down the biggest rabbit hole of like Nigerian occult. Oh my god, I did not know. Also, like, God, wow. I wonder how, yeah, I guess I wonder how, like if you are heavily Muslim and you live by like Islamic tenements and you have someone like Michael who's going, we have to get into them. We haven't talked about them yet. Have his uncle come on. Where do you draw the line between what is Islam and what is like the occult and like how what is what and what is real and what you believe in? It's a combination of technology and witchcraft together with the 419 boys. It's a combination of spiritual spells along with technology. Yeah. Megan called me Charlie or Becky. I think it's Megan. I just think it's Megan. So So anyway, I'm sorry. So let me go back. So the Kimberly and Angela talk is like a little awkward because they both, have like men in that are being phoned from the same like hotel in Nigeria, and they've talked or whatever, and both feel like the other one is being scammed. And they don't want to be mean to each other, and they also don't want pity from the other. It's like very whatever. Um Angel comes back to the set. Everyone comes back down, and she feels already broken. She's like, this is where I feel like they really gave her a note like, do not come in hot. Instead, come in broken. And she's like, I'm just under a lot of pressure. And then she like never talks to Usman, like never happens. Like maybe it'll happen until all three. We'll see. This entire segment is about how she, of course, got this voice note from Michael to an Instagram person that is an American on an account that he should not have had. And the voice note basically says, hey, I got some money coming to your side and like can't wait to be in America and I'll handle Angie then. And, I love you. And now, Angela had already heard this and was going to already be with him. But because, here we are. on cameras, she like loses her mind and everyone is like shocked and like, Michael, we never thought you were gonna do this. No, Michael, this not you, not our Michael. Never thought it would come from you. No, we were, oh, wow, that sucks. And Michael, does like that dude thing that we just keep, I don't know, like so much of me watching men on these tell-alls be accused of cheating and or like whatever, and it feels always the same, is like just an elusive vague dance to get away from any accountability instead of course what I gave to before, which is someone who just like straight up says what they need to say. But Michael does it too. He just dances here, dances there. Yeah, he kept saying it's okay, it's okay, baby, it's okay. Actually, no, it's not okay. Why are you saying it's okay? It's not okay. It's weird for you. I mean, maybe he's saying it's okay because she's been okay with it and now of course she's not okay with it and it's weird to him. I mean, I'm not quite sure. Andre's like, I knew it was for the green card. He wants like, him and Yar are counting the 1 in 3 people. So he's like, it's not me, it's not Yar, it's gotta be, gotta be them. But yeah, Renee comes out. You know, sorry, they're just right by the window. Yeah, like my biggest thing was who is, yeah, they said this, Lee. And his Michael's voicemail was to another American. Why don't we know anything about who it is? And why isn't that person brought on stage or through Zoom? Why are we protecting that person? Why can't we talk to that person? Why can't we? I still want to talk to Muhammad from even Muhammad, who he got DM bombed from. Yeah, I feel like, all these dumb people just like are on the internets, like doing whatever they're doing, like, and people are just like can't trapping them left and right and excitingly sharing screenshots of evidence to like get one morsel of 90-day vloggers on them. I mean, I don't know. Life's crazy. And it's like, I don't know. It's like, I don't really want, it's like, it's annoying to watch because I feel like I don't know what's real and I'm sick of watching them and I don't feel bad for her and I used to feel bad for him, but I don't know what to feel for him. Like, because I feel like I don't know what's real. So, you know what I'm saying? Oh, that's right, Chris. I did hear that last night. So, no, I heard that Angela, Michael, and I guess others are going to have a spinoff. Yeah, I'm sure. I watched their spinoff, embarrassed to admit. I mean, I think I'd have. Wah was very adamant on the podcast that we would absolutely have to watch a spinoff. I'm like, oh, no. Everyone coming at him, including Kimberly. Michael, you can. Oh, I don't know why I gave Kimberly's Angel's accent. Kimberly saying, Michael, you can suck your teeth all you want. You're still a little bitch. It's just so like, oh, okay. Sean Robinson says that Michael is back on social media, like, and that that different bloggers have like said that it's true, and Kimberly's like, yes, 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 it is true. I know. I have Google alerts, like you're like, okay, Kimberly, Jesus Christ, boy, are you happy? You're like, and you, your son are on the show. So, Michael denies. They're gonna like confirm it to you later, I guess, or whatever. I will tell you this. This was LOL for me, but I can say it because Swa said it, that when Renee comes on stage, she looks, and I think it's because her hair is being pulled back like to an inch from the gods. She looks just like Caesar. She looks like Caesar's sister. Caesar, not like Caesar like of Rome. I mean like Caesar of the 90-Day Universe sister. I don't know what to tell you. This feels so horrible and fake. The only thing I would have been a little more is like, and maybe this might happen. And maybe this will be a happen where Michael and Angela are wearing matching BFF like lockets with their pictures in it. Like, I wonder if one of them will at some point rip it off and throw it. That seems like it should probably happen. I don't mean to write it for them, but come on. Then we like have a little moment with like Libby, like Sean's like, "Hey Libby, like remember that time you told us you were gonna singing? How's the singing going?" And she's like, "Singing's great. I'm singing in the car, making up songs for my baby, And they're like, "Oh, cool. Like, what's your baby's favorite song?" And she says it's the shark song, like doo 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 doo. Okay, I'm gonna tell you this right now. That baby's too old, and it really goes to show me that you don't allow, or you don't have good musical taste, Libby. My babies, if I ever have babies, will have like normal music playing the entire, like a lot, like not like hip hop, like bad lyric music, but I mean like my baby's favorite song will be an actual song. And especially if I was someone who like called myself a musician, why isn't your baby's favorite song the blues song that you love? Like, why not that one? The shark song is favorite? Okay. So then, Sean Robinson's like, well, we would love to hear you sing something, like sing something on in the moment. She's like, I hate being put on the spot. Refer to like episode 2 of the season. Ha ha ha. But if necessary, I need to sing a song on this tell all that has absolutely zero royalties necessary. So, honey, let's hit that Mary Had a Little Lamb. It's her number 1 hit from her voice lesson. And of course, it's like very heartfelt. She knew she had to. Yeah, same old song. My God. That's what I was like, Mary Had a Little Lamb. Listen, I said this on the podcast. There's like whatever songs in the royalty free things. She's got to pick another song. My favorite song that is royalty free that is like what I first think of is When the Saints Go Marching In, and you can do that such a fun way. Wouldn't you love to hear Libby like in either a singer like a country twang or something? Whatever she's gonna do, like when the saints go marching in. I don't know what she did. I don't know why I would make her so southern, but she like does have a little twang. I know she's from Florida, but you know what I'm saying. And not like the badunk dunk part of Florida, but who knows. Then we get Charlie and we get Megan. No, sorry, we get Charlie and we get Becky that come out, and none of them else, like like no Chuck, no Pam, no Megan. Listen, Megan is so trashy that I kind of like her now. And the talk is like between this is boring. I thought this was such a boring part. The conversation like between Charlie and Andre is like, yo, bro, you're always drunk and you always think I'm drunk. And Andre's like, it's because you're drunk, like whatever. At one point, Andre's like, you don't even have a car. And I was like, what the fuck, don't you have a car? So then we deep dived. And yes, Charlie has had DUIs, but like 15 years ago. Why wouldn't Charlie have a car? Because Megan is on that fucking OnlyFans bringing in money, bringing in so much money. Like, I know you can afford a car. Like, what are you talking about? I know 3 sons are expensive, your food bill alone, honey, but there's Costco. And then besides that, the conversation's always like, also like, I had trouble with my visa. And then the lawyer comes on and explains to us about visa stuff. That lawyer, her name is Amelia. She looked Lebanese. I was like, are you Lebanese or something about you? Looks Lebanese, like French name and like kind of like a little like olive skin and like, it doesn't matter. So then, Charlie like denies it, it's like, not me. Like, I didn't call, and like try and get you like not a visa. And Andre's weird because he's like, yes, it was you, Charlie. But then also like, we don't even know if it happened. Then they kind of are on like them, like maybe it was something because you were in America before you met Libby. And then Andre was like, yes. And then we're like, really? You were in America? And he's like, yes, I came here on student visa. like in 2006, 2007, whatever, 2007, 2008. And then his lawyer's like, actually, I'm going to advise my client not to speak anything further. Plead the fifth, like plead the fifth. Oh, okay. God. Anyway, so I just feel like, and I said this before, I definitely feel like Megan called. I feel like Megan called. She called with her foot. You know what I'm saying? She's very good with her feet. She put a whole video. That's what I'm saying. Becky at the end of this, like, I don't know. She like has to teach her heart where she's like, I don't want to like not be in your guys' life. I just like don't know, like or whatever. And then like her and Andre hug, and I was like, hmm. I don't know. I like watching them together. I think she's really pretty and he's so hot. It's not that I don't think Libby's hot too. It's just that they hate each other so much and they've yelled at each other so much that when they hug, I'm like, is there a little like, ooh, I have never had angry intercourse or like after anger intercourse or after fighting intercourse. I'm never like, but I don't know, when they hug, I was like, I felt like someone had like, soft shoot across a carpet and like snapped me a little bit. Yeah. Even Angela feels it. So anyway, I don't know. So yeah, after Andre and them reconcile, like the producers do this thing where they're like, okay, you guys are all going back to the hotel, but we're gonna pair you up. It's just like LOL. So and I don't know I wonder how they chose who was going to be paired up in this moment. Oh, by the way, have you liked this video? I desperately forget to ask, but I need you to like this video because here's the thing. There's like 71 people in this room. Please give my algorithm a little tinkle. Tickle? You can tinkle whenever you want, but please either comment and or like the video, both maybe when it goes up, just so YouTube is like, this isn't a crazy banshee woman who goes live for hours and minutes at a time, and people think that she's bananas, and we're going to put her at the bottom of the barrel when it comes to our feed. Like, that's the only thing. We live in a world where like the squeaky wheel gets the grease and the unliked video is not watched. The unsubscribed to channel, does it even exist? Like if a tree falls in the forest and no one likes it or dislikes it. Did a tree fall in the forest? What's a forest? What's a tree? You do it. So Andre is like, okay, this is what they're like. They're like, Andre, we're going to put you with someone. Okay. Oh, new subby here, Chris. Good work over there. Yay. God bless you. Thank you. I mean that. Thank you so much, sweetheart. I also, your icon avatar brings such angelic peace. I mean, what an image that, really radiates warmth, light, and peace. And I mean, you look like a little angel. Okay, so the leaf blower shall not come. I know, I can't believe it. This is way too deep for me. Okay, so Andre gets in the car, honey, to see who he's paired up with, and who's he paired up with? Angela. Now, I already hate her, whatever, God bless. But I am happy with this because I feel like at least there are two characters that I think that would be, I don't think that she's going to be angry towards him because he could kill her and she knows it. I just, and I also feel like at this point she wants to be like somewhat loved, and, Andre is a big ass guy. And I also think that as a woman, Angela, like, and I think that most, heterosexual women, like, will sometimes ease into a more submissive role in the presence of a very dom. So that's what Angela does. Okay. That's what Angela does. They talk. Andre's like on her side. It like really sucks what Michael did to you. They're all on the side or whatever. God bless. But he's like, this the sucky part is it's not like, oh, I'll give you money or like the kissing sounds. And all the kissing sounds were disgusting. It was the part where he said, "I love you." And was like, "I know," and he's like, "Yeah, I didn't say I love you to Lib to like 6 months in. 6 months." You know what? This is a moment of weirdness. And I want you to tell me what I missed here, okay? At one point, Sean says, or Angela says, that this voice note came from Michael to someone, and his social media, the Instagram account for him, had only been up for like 2 hours. Why don't they answer any questions about who he messaged to? Why don't we ask? Sean, why didn't you? Who is she? What's her name? How long have you been talking to her? Are you still talking to her? Is she on Instagram? Can we talk to her? What'd you say back? Is there anything back? It's just that part. Look, I don't even get it. So going back to this, like we still don't know who this was. He's just like, yeah, like who said I love you to, we'll never know. And Angela like doesn't even like Angela doesn't care at all. She's just like, hey, well, whatever. You're in the car with me, or poor Libby. You're in the car with me now. Yeah, I mean, honey, my BF ruined this part of the tell all for me because he kept trying to ship Andre and Maga Meemaw. Ship Andre and Meemaw in the grossest way. Trying to. Yeah. I just like, I don't know. Yeah. So she's like, let's go paint the town red, and I guess maybe for her, truly. And yeah, this is okay. This is a sentiment that I express on the podcast, but it's true. None of these people have any. None of these people can like go do anything fun in New York, right? Because they have to like pay for places to film. This is New York, as Jenny says. Welcome to New York, you in New York, as Jenny says. But like, they can't do anything fun. Like, there's everything in New York. There's like fabulous restaurants and fabulous bars and old time restaurants and like old timey bars. And like, there's every show possible, like I said this in the podcast. So sorry, but there's the Michael Jackson musical happening right now. It's fabulous on Broadway. Has Kimberly seen it? She would love it. But here we go to like the rooftop bar of the Time Hotel. Angela is like, can I have a mimosa? And this hotel bar is like, we don't do mimosas. We don't have mimosas. What? You don't have, what do you mean? A mimosa is whatever cheap sparkling wine you have. I mean, it's not, of course it can be champagne, but whatever. And whatever orange juice you want to call it. I mean, you're a hotel. There's room service. So you're talking about there's no fucking orange juice. Go downstairs to your little market and open up like a single serve Florida natural and make 2 mimosas with that. In New York? You're gonna make a mimosa? I couldn't believe it. No, I couldn't believe it. Not to even offer her like, okay, how about sparkling wine and some orange liqueur? This is New York. She was weirded out, and I was too. And then she had a moment. She was like, "I'm classy, the classiest, trashiest person you ever, classy, trashy." No, you're not classy at all. No, 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 not the way you live, honey. I said this. I mean, I hate to say this, but I think when it comes to obviously the word classy, there's a lot of things that means. That means acting and behaving in a way that is respectful for everyone involved and yourself, and a certain level of decorum, style, grace. And so why I say like it's like so the respect is of classiness to me is I'm not going to dress with all of my body parts out. A because I respect myself and or I respect you. If it makes you feel uncomfortable, it makes me feel, I don't know. Like you can tell me I want to dress however I want to dress and I don't care what they think. Okay. Well, that's fine. That's fine. I don't if you want to, that's a lot of people do that. That's just not classy. I think the idea of classy is that kind of like the way that you carry yourself and the way that you live, the way that do you make your bed in the morning? Do you take care of yourself and your hygiene? Do you take care of your clothes? We obviously know that Angela does not do that. I mean, I'm not going to why I'm talking so much on whether Angela's classy. Not one person in the entire world is like, really? Maybe she is. I mean, but it's just so funny what she thinks of classy. Classy is not like ordering whatever a fancy drink is. Yeah, I said this in a tweet. It could have literally been Sunny D. You're right. Give me a Prosecco and a Sunny D. I mean, it's usually Prosecco. Who doesn't have that? I know it. I know it. Grenadine. She won't know the difference. Yeah, I fucking, yeah. Like, I love not grenadine, but something that is truly decadent and lovely is just like a glass of champagne. If you like it. So a glass of champagne, and then if you have a Lucado cherry or one of the like not maraschino, but the like old school maraschino cherries on is yummy, great. Now, if you have a prosecco and it's a little too light and you want a different flavor and they don't have orange juice, ask if they have an elderflower liqueur, and that a famous one would be like Saint Germain. The brand, if you want to, I mean, they have different elderflower liqueurs, but I think, but most bars will have Saint Germain. Saint Germain with a splash of it in prosecco is lovely. It's a very lovely drink. I kind of wish going back that like Angela would have been like, I hate water, but I love mimosas. Anyway, she didn't. So, Ed and Bilal are booed up. I mean, booed up. They loved each other, from his greeting, which was horrible. Ed's like, I'm your biggest fan when he's by far the shortest no neck fan he has. Bilal has no fans, but by far, if he had a fan, definitely Ed's the shortest. And also, like, their mutual, like, love the fact that women should, like, in their lives should, like, bow down and, like, be happy to be with them and, like, whatever. So all of that's horrible, but they love each other and, like, feel each other like, hey, man, how are you? Like, like, how you doing after that one? Like, they're just so booed up in that way. They give me, and I tweeted this, give me major Danny DeVito, Arnold Schwarzenegger twin vibes, A, because Bilal's very tall, and also because Ed's very small. But then there's an interracial couple part of it, like in 2023 twins. That is a very old reference, that movie. So when I tweeted it last night, I was like, I wonder if any of these old people, anyone old? I remember the TV song for that movie. And they used a parody of the Patty Duke show, which was about how Patty Duke had a cousin that looked just like her. And the cousin song was like, we're cousins, identical twins, as you can see. Okay, so then the twins movie was like, we're twins, or we're brothers, identical twins, like you can see. Why watch another movie when you can see two of me? Anyway. So that's how I feel like Ed and Bilal are. Like, are they gonna be fast friends? Like, I don't know. But I feel like I think that Bilal in his heart of hearts knows that people don't like Ed. And I think Bilal thinks that he's too classy for Ed. And I think that Ed thinks, I'm just like Bilal. I'm tall and classy and women should want to be with me. Yeah, Andre calls him Small Ed, which is an obvious joke. Ed and Jovi argue. Jovi like really tries. I mean, Jovi really came with some sort of work to be done. He had to go in on Andre, he had to go in on Andre again, he has to go in on Ed. Like Ed is a small target, easy target, small, easy target. Andre wasn't though, so I was still surprised. I wondered, made me think like, was there some internet shit that happened between Andre and Jovi and or Libby and Yara that made them have like any sort of like animosity? It was weird how like quick they were to temper. Angela comes in the room, honey, like to the bar area. And I mean, I don't. Oh, but Patty's only see the sights a girl can see from Brooklyn Heights. Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah. So basically, throughout this entire rooftop bar experience, I just keep thinking, none of these people want to be here. They've been filming for so long. No one's getting drunk enough to warrant like any good behavior. And I would just be like, if I was them, I would want so badly A, to leave immediately and go do something fun in New York, or B, to get to that hotel bed and as soon as fucking possible and then just like order up some soup. See what's on that TV, honey. What's on it? What are the movies that are like still in theaters? Andre fights with anyone who doesn't follow him. Yeah, he has that kind of like rough and tumble kid thing where he's like, it's me against the world. It's very, and it's him and Libby against the world, and it is crazy when he fully to Charlie is like, if I don't want Lib to talk to you, she won't. She don't care about you, and Sean's like, wait, Libby, is that true? And Libby has to be like, no, I will always care and love for my brother, so that's not true. And Andre's like, oh, okay. I wonder if Andre literally be like, Lib, I was so upset that you didn't say that you didn't love your brother, like if he just, I think that he just got on one. I, I don't know, maybe he felt like he had to be more on the defense because he was by himself. He didn't have no one except for Angela in that car ride with her Mima energy. All right, my loves. That's kind of the end of what I have here. I'm excited to see what happens next because we get to see like other people talk about their relationships. And this episode were the two couples that I didn't really want to watch at all this season. So, but thusly still talked about it for an hour and a half with you. But you know what I'm saying? Yeah, no, I fucking loved it too. Like, this is like Nick at Night gold. So yeah, we all know by the way that Patty Duke had two sons, and it's Sean Astin. She might have had more than two sons, but or two kids, but Sean Astin of like Rudy fame, and then Mackenzie Astin, who um I think it was Garbage Pail Kids. Isn't that interesting? I think Patty Duke became like an ambassador or something like that. But she has a very interesting career. I find it funny because Andrew isn't the breadwinner and so macho, and Jovi the working man and timid. Andre, yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh-huh. Yes, yes, yes. But though again, Jovi was a little more like, he stood up to Andre. But yes, he's timid. But as Yara would say, she also makes money too. But yes, Andre, and that is like yeah, it is crazy to me to try and make the rules of a household and not like monetarily make the household float. She has a younger son too. Oh, you love her. Me too. Oh, I'm so glad. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I think that she's great. I don't mean that you love her, but like, yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, you're a fan too. I mean, she just has a really interesting. I know I forgot that, but she has a really interesting book. Sorry, in really interesting life and career. Also, I made out. I think once with Mackenzie Aston, but don't tell anyone. I think it happened once. Well, he was a long time ago. I think he's married, but I think once when we were drunk, I think I made out with him maybe. And I saw him later, and I was like, that guy looks familiar. And I was like, why is he? What? And then my friend was like, it's because you made out with him like 10 years ago. Do you remember that? And I was like, no. No. Yeah. I mean, no, not at all. But anyway, um, let's see what else. Okay, so yeah, we have that's happening, and yeah, Helen Keller was great. We're going to have this tell all. They're going to have more people, the people that we like. I'm excited about that. For my Sister Wives fans, a couple of things. A, did everyone see that TLC is doing a Seeking Sister Husband? No, Seeking Sister Husband, like Seeking Sister Wife. It is a show where there is one female and multiple men, and the men don't get to be with any other female. Wow. God, I just, and then of course Sister Wives. So I was on episode 8 of Sister Wives, and I thought I was like doing good, and then I realized like we're already in the tell, like we're where we are now, which is episode 17 in Sister Wives. So then Monique came over on Saturday, and I watched up until episode like 14. So I have like 4 more episodes, and then I can start talking about it. But like Sister Wives blew my mind this season. It is otherworldly. I'm obsessed with Sister Wives. I can't believe that nothing happened for so long, and now everything happened. It's like it is unbelievable. Sister Wives, I can't. So I'm excited about the Seeking Sister Husbands. I really will do a live when I can get the Sister Wives done, and maybe hopefully it'll be with Monique. But yeah, it's Seeking Brother Husband. Is that what it is? Seeking Sister Husband? You're right, it's Seeking Brother Husband. But TLC right now has, oh, you know what? On the DocuSweeties Instagram, it's reposted. If you want to see the trailer and like some of the couples. So, having said that, of course, please follow DocuSweeties if you're not. It's at DocuSweeties on Instagram and DocuSweeties on TikTok and DocuSweeties1 on Twitter. And I've been putting up fun social media things there for the shows that we watch. Of course, if you haven't followed me yet, that's also important. My name is at Chris L. Farah on Instagram and Twitter. That'd be great. And of course, I have a private Facebook group, and that's Vanity Farah, which I ever post before I go live. We're going to do a little breath and have a fucking great ass week. And, you know, I feel good that I feel good now. I feel like January 9th, I feel happy to be in this new year and to kind of be able to make a fresh start. So, and I've been watching a lot of fun things. So I watched the 60 Minutes Harry thing last night. DocuSweeties covered the entire Harry and Meghan docuseries. So if you watch that, that's on there. We also did Killer Sally, Miss Cleo. That's on there too. I kind of want to watch the Bernie Madoff one. Okay, so let's do our breath. We do two because it really takes one to kind of like realize what's happening, and then the other one to really like set in. So blow everything out. Breathe it in. Blow it out. Breathing it in. And out. It's great. I have a little candle lit, a little Joe Malone red roses. Makes me feel classy. Makes me feel like I've taken care of myself. Respect my space. Respect my nose. All right, my loves. That is it. I couldn't appreciate all of your energy and space and time with me here. I love being able to talk to you guys. Please comment when the video is up what you thought of my conspiracy. What do you think? Did you like this episode? Are you waiting for the next two? Are you watching any of the shows I talked about? All of that. Other than that, obviously I want you to have the greatest fucking week. I want you to like really feel empowered, and I really want you to feel like You can do whatever your heart and body and mind tells you to do. So whether that means that you need to go and get some shit done or rearrange or clean up some things, or whether it's saying that you need to rest and recoup. I want you to find the I want you to find the trust within yourself. So when you hear and when you see something, you can lean into it and give your body what you need. And your mind. And your mind, my babes. Got the Ed Romance, right? Chris, I need a petty color recommend. You right now, I've been doing just like, I have Lisbon Once More. It's an OPI gel color. It's like a very creamy white pink. White pink, but it's not pink, it's more like a beige. It's a pinky beige. It's very creamy, and I think that it's a lovely toenail color. Oh yeah, Shida's classy. Shida's outfit, her like Burberry peplum when she went down. Because I'm sorry, I never said their other group was her. I never talked about them. Her, Liz, and Kimberly. When I forgot when Shida was like, "Oh, Liz, such nice toes, such nice feet, such nice skin." I love that pedicure, honey. I don't know what Liz had on her toes. Maybe we should ask her what that pedicure color was. Maybe it was Lisbon Once More. Shy loved it, though. Shy loved it. All right, my pets. I will talk to you later. I love you so much. Thank you so much for being here with me. All right. Okay. I'll talk to you later. Bye.